Thanks for tuning in.
Once we completed the dreadful task of installing our swivel seats, ceiling, and overhead shelf, we packed our things to head out on the road for 2 weeks to explore the Colorado and Utah area. This trip was a little bittersweet because we had to leave behind one of our most prized possessions. And that is our big baby boy Kane. It was a hard goodbye, and I cried instantly after he left our sight, but we knew he would be in good hands with Grandma and Grandpa. Once we hit the road, my driving skills were tested once again, and this time not by a torrential rainstorm, but by 50-mile-per-hour straight winds, literally the whole way. I think my hands went numb by the time we arrived at our destination. Our first stop was supposed to be in Theodore Roosevelt National Park again. However, we were not as lucky this time with getting a spot, but the park ranger directed us to Buffalo Gap, a campground a few miles down the road. The unfortunate thing about this campsite is that it didn't have buffalo a few feet from our van, but it did provide nice privacy from other campers. We took the night to soak in what our next adventure might bring us. The next morning we got up early to hit the road and headed towards Casper Mountain in Wyoming. When we arrived, we struck out again with no luck for a campsite. However, the drive up was pretty worth it. We then scrambled to find Plan B. We got lucky and found one last spot at Alcova Reservoir. We got in late, so we settled down for the night, and the next morning we got to see how beautiful the site was. We only got to enjoy it for a short time before prevailing towards our goal of Flaming Gorge. On the way, we did a quick stop at Independence Rock, which is a large rock formation almost in the middle of nowhere. If you have the chance, we recommend hiking to the top so you can see the carvings of settlers' names from the 1800s. After a drive that felt like forever, we made it to Mann's Campground on Sheep Creek's geological loop. Man, that's a tongue twister. And there was literally no one there. It even had a hidden gem just off of our site. We were head over heels in love with this place. And our neighbor was pretty friendly too.
That was cute.
There was one downside to our campsite, and that was reception. But luckily, we weren't too far from the town of Manila, and we found a nice park with not only a good cell signal for Bryce to work, but it also had nice toilets. After a good productive day, we found a bike trail. At least Trail Forks says it was a bike trail. We found it was more of a Jeep road, for most of it.
Oh, there's a sexy bike.
Yes, Mike.
And a sexy man. Oh, hey!
But it was still fun to get out there and ride.
Yep, just keep rolling. Good job.
After a ride, we rode around the geological loop and found some stunning views. I think we could sit at this place for days just to look at everything. We also found our next home for the night at Carmel Campground. We have been very spoiled so far on this trip with beautiful campgrounds at a low cost and barely no other campers around. The next day, we had to keep moving forward, and we wanted to check out the Flaming Gorge Dam. But once we got there, we found out it was closed, which was a bummer. So we decided to head towards Dinosaur National Monument. On our route, we took an unexpected 2-day detour when we found out there was some awesome biking near Vernal, Utah. So we stayed the night at Steinacre State Park, and the next morning had quite the adventure biking at Red Fleet.
We're on Jazz, which is the first trail in the, was it Red Fleet?
Red Fleet.
Yeah, this, you already missed the cool downhill, sorry. Looks like there's more though. Ooh. Oh, see how Jen does that one. That one got me too.
I wasn't ready.
Trying to not hit my brakes. Oh boy. I'm gonna walk that back.
That was so much fun.
Holy shit.
Did you record that?
Yeah.
That was so much fun. You just like went.
Yeah.
Holy bucket.
Woo!
Oh, yay.
That was fun.
That was like such an unassuming downhill.
Oh yeah.
Because it looked like you were just like going like flat.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you were catching speed. Oh, I want to do this trail again. That was so much fun.
Though the GoPro can make this deserty terrain look pretty flat, it definitely was not.
Blasting area. Yeah.
Not only was this biking system one of the funnest we have ridden in Utah, we both got to test some of our skills on features that we would not have otherwise been exposed to at home.
Oh, into the red. Yep, I'm fine. GoPro.
Which I had to GoPro because
I wiped out.
the way you did.
Yeah, I know.
Look, so.
Sorry. Oh, I basically, I hit these bumps
Yeah.
and I lost my vision.
Oh no.
So,
Oh no.
and then I just got off trail and wiped out.
That was fun though.
Good. Yep. Nice and comfortable. Comfortable. Okay, roll. There you go. Perfect. Like a pro.
I just hit the back of. Look at my butt.
Oh yeah. That does look like a sketchy drop, but look at it from here.
Oh yeah.
It's just a nice smooth roll.
I did it.
Yeah, you did it.
Yay.
Oh, good job. That's sketchy.
Oh my.
Good. Good. Yep. Perfect. Easy.
It also helped having such a caring and supportive biking partner. We for sure want to come back here and ride again and try features that we couldn't do, and also try other trails that we didn't have time to get to. We highly recommend biking here. We decided to cool down with a hike on Dinosaur Track Trail. And we got to see real fossified Allosaurus footprints. It was so unreal and hard to wrap your brain around that you're standing in the same spot that a creature once was over 1 million years ago. We then went to the reservoir to actually cool down. And we got to create some nice sand sculptures while we were there. The only thing we were missing to make this a perfect day was Kane. We still needed to find our home for the night, and we found out that we could stay at McCoy Flats, which was perfect because this was our next biking adventure the following day. When we got there, the trail system looked pretty mild. However, it turned out to be super epic. But sadly, we had to cut our time short due to a thunderstorm headed our way. This is another trail system we want to come back and ride because it was a 10 of 10 trail.
This is for the mountain bike gods. outsmite us in this storm.
After our ride, we headed towards Dinosaur National Monument. And I thought the footprint was surreal. The wall of dinosaur bones was insane. It was nice to just pause and soak in what we were actually looking at. It was definitely worth seeing, and even cooler, they had one for us to touch. After we drove through the park, and then stopped to see some hieroglyphics, and the next day headed out to Grand Junction. This was the first night we thought maybe we would have to buck up and have our first Walmart camping experience. However, after calling the Bureau Land Management office, they were able to direct us to some awesome camping locations outside of town in Rabbit Valley. And man, this campsite did not disappoint. It was nice to get to, and the site opened up to the beautiful vastness around you. We were even lucky to have the opportunity to see our first double rainbow that goes all the way across the sky.
Oh my god, look at it! Two! What? Two! Right outside! I thought there was just one!
No, it's a double rainbow all the way across the sky.
Across the sky! Look how vibrant it is! I don't think I've ever...
I think my favorite part about being in the van is cooking with a view. This is not a bad view for cooking. Later, that might be a bad view for cooking, but we'll see. Afterwards, we tested out our new shower from REI. It definitely worked.
Hot shower!
And was a great shower solution for the time being. But after some contemplating, we found we will need a different solution down the road.
Oh, it's really hot. I'm still in my underwear. It actually works pretty good. It's really warm though.
The next day, we found Cocopelli Loop's trail system for some more mountain biking. The trail definitely had some potential, if I hadn't led us astray up the downhill. This did not make us happy bikers. But to be fair, it is a two-way trail. Once we finally made it up, we were rewarded with a beautiful view and were excited to ride down Max Ridge. However, Mother Nature had a different plan for us.
This is the way we're spinning our 1,000-foot hard-earned black diamond climb.
Adobe mud is no joke. We were lucky we had an awesome local volunteer tour guide to help us out. Then we spent the afternoon cleaning up our mess and giving our bikes a break. He's a good washer. The following day, we hit up Lunch Loops in Grand Junction before we left, which had some of the most epic biking we had done on our trip so far. This had everything we needed to advance our biking skills. Yet again, I am very lucky to have a safety-minded and encouraging biking partner.
This is Lunch Loops. We're on Trebuchet, which I think is a blue trail. Look how cool this is. Oofda. Yeah, this is the beginning of the Trebuchet downhill. Finally, we keep finding higher spots as we're riding the downhill up. Here's Jen led us in the wrong direction. Slow. Alright, she got it. She got it. Nice. Good bike control.
I'm a pro! I'm a pro!
That's scary. Oh, that would have been a good one. I tripped up on it. No, you're okay. You're okay.
Okay.
You did it. You're doing really good. This is hard stuff. Good job.
That was fun, the downhill.
The uphill was horrible. This is big sister climb. Oh God. No, I'm gonna do this. By walking, I think. Yeah. You should do it. Nope, there's way too many ways you can go off the side. That's big. Good job. Good, good, good. Oh, perfect. Look at that.
After sweating salt balls in 90-degree weather all day, we made our trek across the state to Colorado Springs. This is where we found that Colorado offers a variety of weather conditions throughout the day. I can't say I'm the biggest fan of snow, especially riding on a road with unforgiving falls. We did make it safely and got to stay with some of my favorite people, my Aunt Paula and Uncle Doug. We were so grateful for their hospitality and allowing our van to guard their house. After some family time, we headed towards flatter ground and landed ourselves in Omaha, Nebraska. Before heading to see more family, we took a shot riding at Platte River State Park, and my newfound confidence did not help me out on my attempt to ride a wet race skinny with a downhill entry. However, I was fortunate enough to recover with some more awesome aunt and uncle time. We are so lucky to have the van to let us make trips to have quality time with family. Our adventure came to a close, and we headed back home to reality. We of course learned a lot, and the things we found out was we needed to add a sink along with a beautiful picturesque window. Come join us on our next video so you don't miss out on all the building fun. We look forward to seeing you then.